This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi, and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning, featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we're going to have students from Clark Elementary and Killam Elementary. But before we meet our students, I'd like to take some time to introduce our guest host today, Ms. Lorena Ibarra.
Hi.
She's a news anchor at Fox and Univision. Lorena, thank you for joining us and welcome to our show.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to come and see what these students have for today.
Very good. And I guess if you could, just for a brief second, if you could just kind of explain your job and what you do at the news station to our students here.
Sure. I'm the news anchor for Fox and Univision, English and Spanish, and well, every night you can find us there at 9 and 10 p.m. giving you the local news.
All right. Let's turn our attention now to our students. Representing Clark Elementary, we have Carissa and Sebastian. And Carissa, if you could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
I do like to draw. That is one thing I do like to do a lot. I like spending time with my mom.
Okay, very good. And Sebastian, what about you? What can you tell me about yourself, please?
My favorite subject is math. I don't need a paper to do the problems. I could do it mentally.
All right, very impressive. And of course, representing Killam Elementary, we have Gael and Guillermo. And Gael, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
I like playing video games, and I'm also very fond of reading.
Good. And what kind of books or what kind of genre do you like to read most?
Mostly fiction.
Mostly fiction. Very good. And Guillermo, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself, please?
I also like video games. I like watching movies a lot, and I like reading and
Good.
science.
And what are some of your favorite types of movies?
Horror a little bit, not that much.
Okay, very good. Very good. Well, as you can see, we have a very talented and bright group of students with us here today. And before we begin play, let me just go over the rules very briefly. Each team is going to take turns spinning that wheel that you see behind you. It has questions in language arts, math, science, and social studies. And of course, each of those questions is going to be worth 5 points. Now, if the wheel lands in that red category, the wild turn category, the team in play has a chance to earn 10 points, possibly, if they get it right. And the reason is those questions are designed to be a little more difficult, a little more challenging. And of course, wild turn questions can be from any subject area. They could be math or English language arts or social studies or science. So of course, each team is going to have 1 minute to answer their question. And once you hear that sound, that means your time is up, and you'll have to give us an answer then. And of course, once Miss Ibarra reads you the question, she's going to read you the question and 3 or 4 choices, because the majority of these are going to be multiple choice. So once she finishes reading that last choice, then your time will begin. So that way you don't lose any time. And of course, the team in play has to answer correctly to get the points. Otherwise, the other team has a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. So we held a coin toss a little earlier today, and Killam won the toss, so they're going to get to go first. So Guillermo or Gael, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And just make sure it goes around at least once in order for it to... And this time Gael's turn will land in the math category. So Lorena, if you could hand me a math question. And she's going to read to you the question as I hand out these copies to you.
Okay. This is your math question, and it is, which number is a composite number? A, 11, B, 21, C, 31, or D, 41?
And the clock starts now, and you have up to a minute to answer the question.
B,
And,
21.
That's correct.
That's correct. All right. Very good, guys. You earned 5 points. And Clark Elementary, it's your turn. So, Carissa or Sebastian, will you guys spin that wheel for us? After a very vigorous spin from Sebastian, the wheel will come to rest in the science subject area.
There we go.
So our Clark Elementary students get a science question.
Okay, here's your question. Isabel combined walnuts, raisins, peanuts, and chopped cherries for a snack. Why would Isabel's snack be considered a mixture? Is it A, she used only nuts and fruits in the snack? B, each item in the snack kept its physical properties? C, the look of each item changed when combined? Or D, the taste of each item changed when combined?
B.
B is correct.
B. Okay, that's going to be for Clark Elementary. So you guys answered correctly, and just make sure to wait for your turn, guys. And Killam Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Guillermo or Gael, will one of you guys spin the wheel for us, please? And this time the wheel will come to rest in the wild turn category. So, our first wild turn of the day, our students have a chance to possibly earn up to 10 points.
Okay, your wild card question is, according to the poet Carl Sandburg, it comes on a little cat feet, it sits looking over the harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves on. What is it? Is it A, smog, B, pollution, C, fog, or D, smoke?
And this question comes from the language arts subject area. And our students have up to a minute to answer.
A, smog.
I'm sorry, guys, that's incorrect. Clark Elementary, you have a chance to earn 10 points here. Do you have an answer for us, please?
B, pollution.
No, I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Lorena, can you share the correct answer with our students
The
here?
correct answer is C, fog.
So we were looking for fog, but no points on this round, but good try, guys. And Clark Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Carissa or Sebastian, will one of you guys spin that wheel for us, please? And following a very good spin, the wheel will come to rest eventually in the wild turn category. So another wild turn question for our students, this time from Clark Elementary. And this one's coming from the math subject area.
Okay. The question is, Nancy had $48.50 to spend at the Washington Birthday Carnival with her friends. She purchased 3 Carnival Ride bracelets for $15.50 each. Which equation can be used to find A, the amount of money Nancy had left? Is it A, $48.50 minus $15.50 plus 3 equals A? B, $48.50 minus $15.50 minus 3 equals A? C, $48.50 plus $15.50 times 3?
D.
Sorry, just go ahead and
D, $48.50 minus $15.50 times 3 equals 8.
and your answer again was?
D.
D. And that is the correct answer. All right, very good. And we're just going to ask our students to wait until we go through all the choices before you give us your answer, please. So Clark Elementary, you earned 10 points by answering correctly, and Killam Elementary, it's your turn at the wheel. So Gael or Guillermo, will one of you guys give us a good spin, please? And our wheel will come to rest in the language arts subject area. And this will be worth 5 points if our students can answer correctly.
Okay. Which 2 words are synonyms? Customs, vacations, traditions, and gifts. Is it A, customs and traditions, B, customs and vacations, C, vacations and gifts, or D, traditions and gifts? A is correct.
Wait, this was for
Oh,
Killam.
okay.
So Killam, you still have your time to answer. So just go ahead and whenever you're ready, just give us your answer before your time limit is up.
A.
Okay. And all right, you got it correct. It's A, customs and traditions. That's the answer we were looking for. So just want to remind the players just to wait till it's your turn before you can answer, okay? And Clark Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Guillermo or now this time the wheel will come to rest in the math subject area. This will be for our students from Clark Elementary. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly.
Okay. Which set of numbers contains all the common factors of 15 and 30? Is it A, 1, 3, 5, and 15? B, 1, 5, 15? C, 1, 2, 3, and 15? Or D, 1, 3, and 15?
Of course, we're looking for all the common factors of 15 and 30. This is a math question for our students from Clark
The
Elementary.
answer is A.
That's correct.
That is correct. Very good, guys. You earned the 5 points. And Killam Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Gael or Guillermo, will one of you guys give us a good spin, please? And this time, Guillermo's spin will land in the science subject area. So a science question for our students from Killam Elementary.
Okay. Here's your question. Chad wanted to remove candle wax from a glass jar. He carefully heated the jar and the hot wax poured it out of the jar. What happened to the wax so that it could pour out of the jar? A, it changed from a gas to a liquid. B, it changed from a solid to a liquid. C, it changed from a solid to a gas. Or D, it changed from a liquid to a solid.
B.
B is correct.
That is correct. So good job, Killam Elementary. You earned the 5 points by answering correctly. And it's time now for a quick break. So let's go ahead and take one, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Attention all United ISD high school students. You could win a new car and other great prizes just by going to school. The UISD Never Be Absent program is back this year, and it's bigger and better than ever. Just have perfect attendance during any 9-week period, and you'll be eligible to win a new 2015 Kia Soul, courtesy of Sames Kia in the Classroom. You can be driving to school in style, but remember, never be absent.
Children who are between 6 and 18 years of age, and children in pre-kinder and kinder have to go to school. Is the law.
If your children don't go to school, you as parents can be held responsible. When students are absent, parents must send a written excuse or medical note.
Parents and students can be taken to truancy court after 3 unexcused absences within a 4-week period.
You can face fines, community service, and possible jail time.
Hi, my name is Jose Hernandez. I'm a former migrant farm worker and now a former NASA astronaut. I had the opportunity to become an astronaut because I stayed in school and I focused on STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And even though we worked in the fields, I was able to realize my dream through hard work and perseverance. No matter how humble your beginnings are, there's a way to move forward, and that's through a proper education.
Listen up, students. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is back. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new 2015 Kia Soul. All you have to do is have perfect attendance during any 9-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new car. Don't get red carded this year. Go to school and score a new Kia Soul.
And welcome back. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And of course, today we have students from Clark Elementary and Killam Elementary with us here today. And of course, my guest host today is Miss Lorena Ibarra from Fox News and Univision. And Lorena, I understand you have a question for our students before we resume play.
Yes, I'd like to know where all of these bright students, what are their plans for the future? So, Carissa, what would you like to be when you grow up?
A marine biologist.
Marine biologist, very nice. Sebastian, what would you like to be when you grow up?
Mechanic, like robots and...
Robots, oh that's pretty cool. Very, very interesting. Gael, what would you like to be when you grow up?
I'd like to be a heart surgeon.
Heart surgeon, very nice. We need a lot of those. And Guillermo, what would you like to be when you grow up?
I would like to be an attorney.
An attorney, nice to know.
All right, very good. Let's go ahead and resume play now. Clark Elementary, it's going to be your turn at the wheel, so Carissa or Sebastian, will one of you give us a good spin on that wheel? And Carissa's spin will come to rest eventually in the social studies category, our first of the day, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, this question will be worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
Okay. A blank is a tax on imported goods, on paper, wool, tea, and other goods that the colonies imported from Britain. Is it A, boycott, B, sales tax, C, tariff, or D, township tax?
D.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Killam Elementary, you have a chance to earn 5 points here. Do you have an answer for us, please?
B, sales tax.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Lorena, if you could, just give them the correct answer we were looking for.
The answer was C, tariff.
Tariff. It's a tax on imported goods. So nice try, guys. No points in this round, but Killam Elementary, it's your turn again. So Gael or Guillermo, will one of you kindly spin the wheel for us? Gael's spin will come to rest eventually, and this time it's going to land in the language arts subject area. Language arts. And again, this question will be worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
Okay. Name the verb in the following sentence. Everyone in the school clapped for the principal. Is it A, school, B, clapped, C, everyone, or D, principal?
B, clapped.
That's correct.
That is correct. Good job, Killam. You earned the 5 points. And Clark Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Sebastian or Carissa, will one of you spin that wheel for us? And Sebastian's spin will eventually come to rest in the social studies subject area. This is a social studies for our students from Clark Elementary, and it'll be worth 5 points if they answer correctly.
Okay, question is, this is a high, flat landform that rises steeply from the land around it. It means table in Spanish. Is it A, canyon, B, arroyo, C, mesa, or D, sierra?
The answer is C, mesa.
That's correct.
All right, very good, Clark Elementary. You earned the 5 points. And Killam Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Guillermo, give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And following Guillermo's vigorous spin on the wheel, it will come to rest eventually. It's only a matter of where it's going to land. And this time, our students from Killam will get a wild turn question. So they can earn up to 10 points, possibly, if they answer correctly, and it's going to come from the reading subject area.
Okay, here's your question. What does the idiom as a crow flies mean in the following statement? As a crow flies, the boy can make it to school in less than 5 minutes from her house. A, back out from fear or lose one's nerve. B, in a straight line by the shortest route. C, an easy target. Or D, a long story with a silly ending.
And your time begins right now. What was that?
B.
That's correct.
All right, very good, guys. So Killam Elementary, you earned the 10 points. Clark Elementary, it's your turn once again. So Carissa or Sebastian will spin that wheel for us. Carisa's spin will also, well, it will come to rest eventually. But this time it's going to land in the social studies subject area. And of course, this will be worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
Okay. A long period without rain. Is that A, drought, B, dry spell, C, heat wave, or D, anasazi?
The answer
A,
is
drought.
That is correct. So good job, guys. Drought is the answer we were looking for, and you gave it to us, so you earned 5 points. Killam Elementary, your turn once again. So Gael or Guillermo, one of you give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And this time Gael's spin will come to rest eventually. And it's going to land in the social studies subject area. Okay. And again, this will be worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
This law, which Parliament passed in 1765, placed a tax on printed material in the colonies, such as legal documents, newspapers, and even playing cards. Is it A, the Stamp Act, B, Anti-Tax, C, Sales Tax Act, or D, Tariff?
A.
A is correct.
A is correct. So good job, guys. You earned the 5 points by answering correctly. And Sebastian, it's Clark Elementary's turn, so go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And Sebastian's energetic spin on the wheel will come to rest eventually. And this time it's going to land in the wild turn category. So a wild turn category for our students from Clark. And this will be coming from the social studies subject area.
Before the American Revolution, Great Britain began to tax the colonies in excess to help pay for soldiers that were in the colonies. What costly event caused the soldiers to be in America? Is it A, Bay of Pigs, B, French and Indian War, C, Spanish-American War, or D, Northwest Ordinance?
B, French and Indian War.
That's correct.
All right, very good, guys. And Clark Elementary earned the 10 points by answering that one correctly. Killam, it's your turn once again, so give us a good spin again. And Guillermo's spin will come to rest eventually, and this time it's going to land in the wild turn category. So our students from Killam get a wild turn question, this time from the science subject area.
Okay.
And again, this can be worth 10 points if they answer correctly.
During a tomato plant's life cycle, the tomato plant goes through 4 stages. During which stage can the tomato fruit be harvested? Is it A, seedling, B, young plant, C, seed, or D, adult plant?
D.
That's correct.
That is correct. So good job, Gael and Guillermo. You earned the 10 points. Clark Elementary, your turn once again. So Carissa, give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And Carissa's spin will come to rest eventually. This time it's going to land in the math subject area. And of course, this one will be worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly.
Okay. Which of the following statements is true about a cube? A, the cube contains twice as many vertices as faces. B, the cube contains twice as many edges as faces. C, the cube contains four more vertices and edges. Or D, the cube contains twice as many vertices as edges.
And this is a math question for our students from Clark Elementary. They can earn up to 5 points by answering correctly. And if they can't answer the question, our students from Killam Elementary will get a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. And just to repeat, which of the following statements is true about a cube? And of course, our students have the statements in front of them. Just to repeat, A, the cube contains twice as many vertices as faces. B, the cube contains twice as many edges as faces. C, the cube contains 4 more vertices and edges. Or D, the cube contains twice as many vertices as edges. And of course, we're looking for the true statement that fits the cube. Of course, our students will have a little less than a minute now to give us their answer. And by answering correctly, they can earn 5 points. And
The
students?
answer is B.
That's correct.
That is correct. So good job, Clark Elementary. You earned the 5 points. It's time now for a quick break. So let's go ahead and take another quick break, and we'll be right back.
And live happily ever after. Hi, I'm Juan Roberto Ramirez, United ISD board member and a proud grandparent. I really enjoy volunteering and getting involved in my grandchildren's school activities, and I want to encourage other grandparents to do the same. Did you know that any UISD resident over 60 is eligible to apply for a UISD Gold Key card? This allows free entry into athletic and fine arts events. Volunteer, get involved, and enjoy the rewards of being a grandparent.
United Independent School District wants to help parents stay connected to their children through the parent portal located on the UISD website. This allows parents to access their child's school schedule, assignments, grades, and testing information. An email account is required to access the parent portal. If you need an email address, you can log on to Google for your free email account. Stay connected to your child through the United ISD parent portal.
Drivers, be careful around school buses and school zones. Come to a complete stop when you see the flashing red light on a school bus. Slow down to 20 miles per hour in a school zone at the start and at the end of each school day. State law prohibits the use of cell phones or any handheld devices in an active school zone. Please obey crossing guards directing traffic. Failure to heed these warnings can lead to fines or jail time.
Keep our kids safe. Drive carefully.
And welcome back, everyone. You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning, featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And of course, today we had our students from Killam Elementary and our students from Clark Elementary joining us here today. And of course, I'd like to thank my special guest today, Ms. Lorena Ibarra from Fox and Univision, for joining us. And Lorena, what can you tell me, what are your impressions about the show?
I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Of course, we have some of the very smartest kids in UISD, and well, I hope I get to come back once again.
All right, very good. And of course, we'd like to thank some of the local merchants who give some prizes for our students. Chick-fil-A at Bob Bullock Loop, Montana Mike's, Sonic, America's Drive-In, Cece's Pizza, and the Great American Cookies. And with that, let's go ahead and say goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.